It's time for some nutrient-dense water fasting. I feel like I read that wrong. Oh, there should be some commas in it. Did you ever wonder why kale is classified as a superfood? It's because for the amount of calories you get a lot of nutrients. It is nutrient dense. You may have already discovered this, but the more nutrients that are in your food, the more full you feel at the end of a meal. The more satisfied you are after you eat. One of my recommendations to make the diet easier and more satisfying is to eat as many nutrient-dense foods as you can. Do a quick Google search and look up superfood. Adding these foods to your diet will make you more satisfied after eating. It'll give your body what you need. It'll raise your energy levels. And that makes exercise easier. Another thing that you can do to help your diet along is drink your water. One of the rules that I like to follow while I'm on the diet is don't drink your calories. It just makes sense, right? If you're not taking in calories for drinks, you get more calories for food. You get to eat more of the foods that you enjoy, you're more satisfied with your meals. The calories that you take in from most beverages are empty calories, so you're taking in calories, but you're not getting any nutrients for those calories. You should always be taking water with you when you go to exercise. And a glass of water is a glass of negative calories. It burns calories just to pick it up and drink it. It takes calories to digest it. It takes calories to expel it. And there's no calories in water. But don't overdo it. There is such a thing as water poisoning, which is drinking too much water. Your body needs to keep a balance of sodium and water, salt and water. We are made not just largely of water, but specifically of salt water. Drinking water also helps you with water retention. Seems a little counterintuitive. It seems to me like the more water you would drink, the more water you would retain, but it does the exact opposite. Sodium, salt, is what makes you retain water. So taking in water and balancing your sodium levels helps your body to get rid of the extra water that you're retaining. And now we come to the optional part of the diet. Intermittent fasting. The reason that I introduce intermittent fasting this late in the game is because people commonly learn about it and think that that's all that they need to do. Intermittent fasting is an excellent tool, but it will not work on its own. You still need to be calorie deficient. I also don't recommend intermittent fasting until you've had some time to build up your willpower like we've been doing. Sometimes I go to bed fairly hungry. Intermittent fasting is simple. We simply eat for 8 hours of the day. If you split the 24-hour day into 3 even segments, you get 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours of fasting, and 8 hours of eating. And this does a couple things for me. I'm not really a breakfast person. I'm not usually hungry in the morning, so I do most of my fasting in the morning. I have my first meal around 11 o'clock in the morning, and I do not eat after 7 o'clock at night. This means that I get all of my calories in an 8-hour period, so my meals are larger, I get more snacks. When I eat, it's more satisfying. I get 8 free hours of fasting because I don't eat while I'm asleep. You don't eat while you're asleep, do you? You shouldn't do that. Another thing that intermittent fasting does for you is it helps you achieve autophagy. Autophagy is the process where your body burns cells to feed itself. That doesn't actually sound great, but it actually is really good for you. Old, tired cells are burned and replaced with new, fresh, healthy cells, especially if you're eating nutrient-dense foods. So give intermittent fasting a try, see if you like it. It doesn't work with everyone's schedule, but if it works with your schedule and you enjoy it, it's an excellent tool. But like I said, it will not work by itself. It does work very well with this diet. I want to congratulate you on your continued effort and all of your successes. In 2 weeks, I'm going to have some more helpful hints. We're also going to talk about how to avoid burnout and what to do if it hits you. Keep up the good work. I'll see you again in the next video.